So can we start the meeting?
Video press ചെയ്തു. അപ്പോൾ ചെറിയതാ വരുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ ചെറുത് വരുന്നുണ്ട് കോസ്റ്റ് സ്റ്റാമ്പ് സൈസിലേ.
Hello, we can start the meeting. We are on live.
Manoj. Hello, Manoj.
Sir, just 1 minute, sir. Okay, let's start it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Good morning, Mr. Nandakumar.
Yes, good morning, sir. Good morning. How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
Good.
Mr. Manoj, we are live. We can start the meeting.
Yeah, we can start.
Please start.
Good morning to our respected directors. Very on shareholders, secretarial auditor, registrars, scrutinizer, and all others present. Today marks our 8th annual meeting, and we are very proud to be able to host it through video conferencing, other audio-visual means. Thank you all for joining us today. As this meeting is being held through video conferencing, other audio-visual means, I would like to take you through certain points regarding the participation at this meeting. The facility for joining the AGM for shareholders is arranged through video conferencing, other audio-visual means on first-come, first-served basis for a capacity of 1,000 shareholders. All members who have joined this meeting has been put on mute by the host in order to ensure smooth functioning of the meeting without background noise. Once the question and answer session starts, MD and CEO will announce the names of those who have registered as speaker shareholders. Speaker shareholders will be unmuted by the host. To start speaking, the shareholder is requested to click on the video on button. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, shareholder can speak through the audio mode. While speaking, request the shareholders to use earphones to ensure they are audible. If there is any connectivity issue at any speaker's end, the next speaker will be asked to speak. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker may resume. If during the AGM any shareholder faces a technical issue, he may contact the concerned at the numbers provided in page 12 of the notice. Thank you very much, and over to Honorable Chairman, Mr. Jagdeesh Capoor. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Manoj. I am Jagdeesh Capoor, Chairman of the Board of the company. I am attending the meeting from my residence at Mughal Lane, Mahim, Mumbai. As the requisite quorum is now available, I am told, and it's past 11 o'clock, I call the meeting to order. Dear shareholders of Manappuram Finance, good morning to you. I am very happy to welcome you and connect with you on the occasion of the 28th annual general meeting of your company. This is a very important day when, like every year, we come before you to give an account of what your company has been able to achieve during the year gone by and what the future looks like. As you are all aware, we are passing through unprecedented times as COVID pandemic has affected all of us and has impacted different economic activities and different corporates in varying degrees, and there has been no exception, including your company, except that we could face the situation well due to our resilience to the core and our continuous efforts to strengthen our fundamentals. On this important occasion today, I pay my tributes to late Sri V.C. Padmanabhan, father of the MD, Mr. Nandakumar, who sowed the seeds for this venture, which has now grown into a healthy and strong tree, providing shade for a good number of activities now handled by the company. It now serves a large number of our customers and also enables it to look after a large complement of staff who is assisting the venture across the country. With the efforts of our employees and good wishes and support of our stakeholders, we have been able to move forward successfully, as would be evident from a few important figures which I wish to put before you. Our assets under management have grown by more than 29%. Gold loan disbursements have grown by more than 88%. Non-interest income has risen by more than 29% over the last year. Our auto loans, which is another important business we are in, has the benefit of rural and suburban orientation, and this provides huge scope for a healthy growth in the future. Overall, we have, with your good wishes, built up a fundamentally strong business over the years, and we are moving steadily towards strengthening and broadening it as a preferred choice of financial service provider. Our branch network now extends to 4,622 branches, serviced by more than 27,000 dedicated employees. Besides gold loan, as you may be aware, we make our mark in microfinance.
So sorry to interrupt. There is some issue in webcast. I would just request you to just pause for a minute. Sorry for this inconvenience. Just a moment, please. Yes, sir. Please continue. Sorry for the inconvenience.
So I continue from where I have left.
Yes,
Besides gold loan, as you may be aware, we make our mark in microfinance, housing loan, and equipment finance. Through Comtech consultants, we are scripting healthy growth in the area of technology. Our capital adequacy remains high at 21.41%. We have also been aiming continuously to diversify to areas other than gold loan, leveraging our branch network. Before I close, I wish to acknowledge with thanks guidance received from my colleagues on the board and from our auditors and I thank our registrars, scrutinizers, consultants, and above all, support from our employees and not the least from our enlightened shareholders. With this, I once again welcome you to this meeting and convey my good wishes to you and to your families for remaining safe and healthy, and seek your continued support towards the efforts of the company. Thank you. I would now request Mr. Nandakumar to take the meeting forward. I'm not able to hear you,
Sorry,
Mr.
sorry.
Nandakumar.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, shareholders. Welcome to the 28th annual general meeting of the company. I would now request all the directors joining from their respective locations to introduce themselves. I will start with Mr. Abhijit Sen, who is the audit committee chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Nandakumar. Good morning, Chairman, and good morning, shareholders. I am Abhijit Sen, joining the meeting from my residence in Mumbai on this WebEx link. I chair the audit committee, as Mr. Nandakumar said, and I also chair the risk committee of the board. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you at this annual general meeting.
Ms. Sutapa Banerjee.
I'm Shuttapa Banerjee. I'm joining the AGM of Manappuram Finance from my residence in Dadar East in Mumbai. I also chair the NRC committee as well as the CSR committee, and my pleasure to be joining on this through VC. Thank you.
Advocate V.R. Ramachandran.
The chairman of the IT strategy committee is also that of the shareholders relationship and securities transfer committee. All the complaints from the shareholders resolved without satisfaction of the shareholders. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Devendra Babu. Mr. B.N. Devendra Babu.
Yeah. Can you hear?
Yeah, you can carry on, please.
I am Ravindra Babu, sitting at the headquarters of Manappuram Finance Limited. I am the director of MAFIL since its incorporation in 1992. In 2000, I was appointed as the executive director. Recently, I moved to the subsidiary Ashirwad Microfinance as joint managing director. I am also the director of Manappuram Comtech and also Manappuram Insurance Brokers 100% subsidiary of Manappuram Finance.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Manomohan Pandit.
Independent non-executive of the company for the last 17 years. And I am speaking from my residence at Shobha City, Thrissur. During my long association with the company, I have been looking at the company with a sort of amazement, with the speed with which it has been progressing both in growth and business under the stewardship of Mr. Nandakumar. It's no wonder today that we are a 25,000 crore company, and with 4,600 branches, pan-India presence, and 27,000 employees. So we are a force to reckon with. I take the liberty of just taking a couple of minutes. I want to, during my, tell you the major achievements of the company since its incorporation. Because we were the first non-banking finance company in Kerala to get the certificate of registration from Reserve Bank of India, and we were the first to get a rating from approved rating agency ICRA, and we are the first to get listed in Bombay Stock Exchange, and we were the first to get broking license from the IRDA, and we were the first to get authorized dealers 2 license from Reserve Bank of India, and we were the first to bring foreign direct investment. and we were the first to introduce or just implement the corporate governance standards much before Reserve Bank of India came out with the instructions. And we have been leveraging technology to just build a very robust system. And we were able to take the to a horizon by using technology. And our online gold loan speaks for itself. And in compliance, our slogan was regulation plus. We always used to have, just stricter internal guidelines rather than what is prescribed by the regulator. And we were one of the most transparent NBFCs. I can assure you that anywhere you look in India, you will not find a non-banking company even half transparent as Manappuram. And it was all because of the vision, dynamism of the board and management, and the dedication of the staff, and the support and cooperation which we have been receiving from our shareholders. And I look forward to the same sort of support and cooperation from the shareholders in the years to come. And now we are meeting on the eve of Onam celebrations here. And so I wish all of you a happy Onam. And I wish all of you to stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Manoj. Now, Mr. Gautam Narayan.
Hi. Hi, wishing you all a very good morning. My name is Gautam Narayan. I'm a non-executive director at Manappuram and a member of the Audit, Risk and NRC.
Thank you, Mr. Gautam. Now, yes, let's move to Mr. Harshan Kollara. He is speaking from London.
Hello and good morning to Chairman, Managing Director, other members of the board, shareholders and employees attending the meeting. I am Harshan Kollara, attending the meeting from London, and I am honored to be on the board of Manappuram and delighted to be attending the annual general meeting of shareholders today. Thank you.
And Dr. Shailesh Mehta from San Francisco.
Good morning, all of you. I'm Shailesh Mehta. I'm attending this meeting from my residence in San Francisco, California. It is a pleasure for me to be back again on Manappuram board after many years. And only thing that makes me even happier that company each year gets bigger, better, and it's a wonderful organization. And I'm delighted to be participating in today's event.
Thank you, Dr. Mehta. CFO, Company Secretary, heads of departments and subsidiaries, statutory auditors, secretarial auditors, advisors, representatives of the registrars and transfer agents, and scrutinizer has also joined the meeting from their respective locations. Due to the restrictions posed by COVID-19 pandemic, this is the first time the company is holding the AGM virtually. The same is being held in compliance with the directions of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. All efforts feasible under the circumstances have indeed been made by the company to enable the members to participate on and vote on items being considered in the meeting. Live streaming of this meeting is being webcast on the website of CDSL. Since the meeting is held virtually, requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. Registers, as required under the Companies Act 2019, is now open for inspection. Members seeking to inspect registers can send an email to cs@manappuram.com during the course of AGM. Members present in the AGM through VC and who have not cast their vote on the resolutions through remote e-voting shall be eligible to vote through the e-voting system of the CDSF from now till 30 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. Since the notice of 28th annual general meeting of the company has already been circulated as per the directions of MCA and SEBI, I take the notice as read. There are 3 items proposed to be passed as ordinary resolutions, and 4 items are proposed to be passed as special resolutions. Since the AGM is being held through the video conference, other audio-visual means and the resolutions mentioned in the notice have already been put to voting through remote e-voting. There will be no proposing and seconding of resolutions. The remote e-voting was open from August 24, 2020 to August 27. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome to the 28th annual general meeting of Manappuram Finance Limited. I am sure all of you would have received the annual report for 2019-20 and reviewed the results for the financial year on 31st March 2020. Our consolidated AUM grew by 30% to 25,200 crores, and net profit improved by 56% to rupees 1,480 crores. The gold loan business recorded robust growth, even as our new business verticals grew faster. Non-gold verticals now contribute 33% of our consolidated AUM. Along with the growth in AUM, we have delivered attractive returns to our investors with an ROA of 5.9% and ROE of 28.4%. Our net worth stands at over 5,746 crore, and our standalone capital adequacy is healthy at 21.7%. Subsequently, we have also published our board-approved Q1 FY21 results, which are available in the public domain. Putting it together, the overall picture of your company today is one of growth with profitability, grounded in low gearing. Importantly, our future prospects appears conducive to improved performance in the days to come. COVID-19 pandemic is among the most disruptive events in the recent history, and the consequent economic crisis has compounded our hardships. However, I also believe that every crisis comes with opportunities of its own. To take, for instance, today's AGM. All of us are meeting virtually from the comfort of our homes and offices, and distance is no more a constraint. In the previous years, only a handful of our local shareholders would attend our AGMs. It is my belief that we can turn the worst times into best of times, and that bad times are just a trigger that propels us towards the good days. We saw something like this happen in the period from the late 2018, when NBFCs in India were put to a trial by fire. It happened after one of the largest NBFCs with the highest credit rating went into default. With banks becoming wary of lending further to NBFCs, liquidity dried up. And it was soon revealed that many NBFCs were facing acute ALM mismatches. The outlook for NBFCs suddenly darkened, and the share prices across the sector suffered a severe erosion. However, it was not long before the market woke up to the fact that the NBFCs such as Manappuram Finance Limited dealt predominantly in short-term loans and therefore comfortably placed in the matter of ALM. In fact, in July 2019, at a time when the NBFC crisis was a major talking point, your company had its credit rating upgraded by CRISIL, along with upgrades for its subsidiaries, Ashirwad Microfinance and Manappuram Home Finance Limited. As I was given to understand, there were only 3 NBFCs that managed a rating upgrade in the troubled quarter. And they all belong to Manappuram Group. Once the market woke up to the inherent strength of our business, our share prices recovered and outperformed the market. In December 2019, your company was named as the largest wealth creator for 2019 by the Economic Times in its list of ET 500 companies with a market capitalization of over 50 billion. And now the pandemic and its economic fallout is one more such test of resilience that we are confident of sailing through. Our experience is that during the economic crisis, the banks and non-banks put to severe stress, slowing down their lending activity at their risk. Appetite diminishes. With few other options available, gold loans become the natural fallback for the borrowers, denied access to their regular source of credit. Your company has made conscious efforts to provide financial services to fulfill the needs of the aspiring class in India. This generation of young India aspires for the better things in life, even as they lack access to formal channels of finance. As the Indian economy rebounds and regains its growth trajectory, we hope to stand ready to offer credit to India's aspirational class. We have invested heavily to expand the product portfolio to fulfill the demand for credit from the marginalized sections. Today, Manappuram and its subsidiaries offer affordable housing loans, commercial vehicle and equipment loans, microfinance, MSME loans, and personal loan products. Most financial institutions provide credit based on the established credit history and documented proof of cash flow, salary, or business. We focus on the lower strata of households who will not have the documented proof of income, but who also work hard and aspire to a better life. To this end, we have devised innovative credit appraisal methodologies to extend credit to the deserving borrowers from the unorganized sector. Our target customers are mostly micro and small entrepreneurs and informal segment of employees who earn a regular income, but not through permanent employment with income proof. This segment is still relatively untapped, and we believe it holds good potential. While we are not yet out of COVID-19 crisis, it is clear to me that way we behave in times of stress is more reflective of whom we are. I'm sure the actions we are taking today will find favor with our present and future stakeholders. I'm optimistic about the opportunities arising from the work we are doing for our customers and the major investments we are making in digital and cloud services. At Manappuram, we have sought to balance the interests of all our stakeholders, and important among them are all our share owners. Over the years, I have had the good fortune to know you and enjoy your confidence, and I look forward to your continued cooperation. Finally, I would like to conclude by expressing my sincere thanks to the frontline corona warriors of India who are battling the pandemic, and to our customers and employees, to our regulators, the government of India, and of the states that we operate in, and of course, to all of you shareholders for your unwavering support and faith in the company. Thank you. Jai Hind. Now, it is question and answer sessions. Manoj.
Sir, there are
Yeah, please carry on.
Sir, there are 10 speaker shareholders registered, and we will start with the question and answer session, sir. First, Mr. Rohit Goyal.
So, the first question is from Rohit Roy. What Rohit has written is, given the challenges in non-gold sectors, but the company has to change the strategy to take other businesses to 50% of the AUM in the medium term. So the answer is, Rohit, there is no change. But the thing is, now we post-COVID, we need to reorient our non-gold business. So we are focused on collection in non-gold business now. And we are getting a reasonable growth in gold loan. So even though there is no change in the focus, but the non-gold will be slowed down for the time being. The second question is, how much NPA impact management expects due to COVID post-August moratorium period and profitability impact in FY21? So the answer is, whatever we have perceived, we are providing that very conservative. During the first quarter itself, we have provided whatever we perceive as the credit loss in a very, very conservative manner. The third question is, we see large NBFCs like Bajaj Finance and all banks aggressive in getting in gold loan. How much impact is seen in our business as the cost of lending is much lower? Will it impact our expected growth? So I don't think it is going to impact our targeted growth of 10 to 15% in the medium term. I believe there is enough headroom. There is, next is from Abhishek J. What is the real impact of COVID? In percentage terms, how much of your chain has affected? This is a question. Answer is, we have already provided additional provision due to COVID-19, which is included in the overall provision. The details of the additional provision is available in the investor con call. We have disbursed only gold loan during March lockdown and April to June, as there was uncertainty in all other segments. The non-gold segment, which is almost 30% of our total loan book, got affected temporarily due to nationwide lockdown. Second question is, where do you see the light in the end of the tunnel? Which will be the growth triggers in the first half and second half? The answer is, once the moratorium will end by August 31st, we are expecting improvement across all segments and growth momentum will pick up thereafter. We expect our growth numbers close to 10 to 12% for FY 2021 on a yearly basis. This is our expectation only. Yeah. 3. The coronavirus and subsequent lockdowns have left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. How many employees have been sacked, hired, salary cut in percentage, if any? This is a question. There are approximately 1,200 people who have joined Manappuram Finance since the first nationwide lockdown. There has been some around 15 employees whose services got terminated since lockdown due to various reasons, majority of them from the Forex business vertical. B. What is the cost-cutting initiatives done by the management? It is mentioned in the point number 6 below. How much salary cut was taken by the management? What is the view of the management going forward? Sustainability of profit earning growth will remain the challenge in the coming quarters. This question. what are the management's efforts to improve working capital to sales ratio? ROC, net debt to EBITDA multiple, OPM, debtor days, and interest coverage ratio. This is a question. Answer. Company has taken multiple steps to reduce the finance costs, OPEX and credit cost. Management have set up a committee that will focus exclusively on optimizing costs. This will help us to improve our overall financial performance. Question number 4. Which are the management efforts to improve company image through investor relations exercise like con call, quarterly presentations, and meeting global investors? Answer. We are regularly connecting to all our investors, prospective investors, analysts through con call and address their queries and concerns regularly. Multiple calls with investors have been made during lockdown, details of which are available on company website, www.manappuram.com, disclosure, intimation to stock exchange HTML. Next question is, please provide the details of parties in other current and non-current liabilities. Please let me know the details of our contingent liabilities, and if the CS can arrange a video call with your legal head to learn the perspective in detail. The answer is, since NBFCs are not required to report assets and liabilities in current and non-current, we are required to classify the same as financial and non-financial liabilities. Other financial liabilities consist of interest accrued on borrowings, security deposits, unclaimed dividends, etc., and other non-financial liabilities majorly include taxes and contractual payables. The company has disclosed the contingent liabilities in the financial statements note number 41, which consists of income tax, Kerala VAT, related matters. Question number 6. What are the management efforts to reduce other expenses, legal professional charges, and audit fees? This is a question. Answer. Management have set up a committee that will focus exclusively on optimizing costs and bring down other operating expenses further by looking at areas besides the security costs. Besides that, we have not made any reduction in audit fees and legal fees and professional charges in the light of COVID-19. Question 7. What are the credentials that the new and existing directors are bringing on the table to take the company to the next phase of growth to guide the new generation? Is the appointment being done after checking all the new amendments under clause 49? Answer. A brief profile of existing directors have been provided in the website of the company at manappuram.com, company management team HTML. Additionally, the detailed profile of new directors have been made part of the notice to the AGM. We have well qualified and experienced and versatile board of directors leading the company, who are constantly engaged in planning for the robust growth of the company. Yes, the appointments have been made after considering all the statutory norms. What is the policy related to dividend in our company, as the senior citizens only depend on that? This is the question. Our dividend policy can be accessed at www.manappuram.com, policies, cards, HDFL. Please provide the top 300 shareholders list. Answer is RTA will be providing directly to the shareholder. And the last question is, since this year AGM is being conducted virtually, we, the minority shareholders, lose the privilege to meet the management and board of directors personally. But there is a request from the minority shareholders who wanted me to raise this in the AGM, that sweet boxes or sweet coupons gift to be provided to the shareholders who attend the meeting. Kindly try to consider and fulfill the wish and desire of the minority shareholders who stayed away with the company since long. The answer is, company is constantly focused in its endeavor to maximize shareholders' wealth. Once the current situation normalizes, the management hopes to connect with the shareholders directly. Meanwhile, we express our gratitude for constantly supporting the company. These are the questions and these are the answers we are providing. Thank you so much for the questions. And it was my great privilege to answer this. Thank you.
The next registered shareholder is Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi.
Has he sent the other questions?
The next speaker shareholder registered is Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi.
Okay. Please carry it. Ravi Kumar Naredi.
Mr. Ravi, you are
Hello.
unmuted. Can you speak? Yes.
Yeah, please carry on. Ravi Kumar.
Mr. Ravi Kumar? Hello, Mr. Ravi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sir, thank you. Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity. Sir, I have few questions. So first one, as you mentioned, so as per the current environment, is there any change in your growth plan to long term? Currently, we have 72% in gold loan portfolio. We have a plan to grow faster in microfinance, home finance, and vehicle finance than gold. So, any color on that? So, next question is, so what is the current collection trends, especially in microfinance segment? And we have made 130 crore additional provision, as you mentioned. So is there any more provision required in September quarter and rest of the year? So that's all. Thank you.
Yeah, first question I will answer, and second question by MD of Ashirwad Microfinance, Mr. Rajiv Vaidyanathan is there, he will answer. So there is no change in the plan to achieve 50% in non-gold over the years. So initially we thought the 5 years will be in 5 years. Now in the current situation, it may take more number of years. So there is no change. The mid to long-term policies of the company. Mr. Rajiv Vaidyanathan got questions regarding Ashirwad Microfinance.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. The collections has improved dramatically from April to August. As we speak, the August collections have exceeded 75%, and we have got another few more days. And we feel that our target was around 75 to 80% in August. And you are aware that moratorium is there till 31st of August. And the rest of the people who have not paid are under the moratorium. And September onwards, we'll see a gradual increase, and we'll go back to our 90+% by November, December. That's the so it's on par or better than the industry average as of now. On the provision, we have already made 30 crores, and it is one of the highest provisions in the industry has been made as per the results announced in June quarter. We have got 2.6% of our gross portfolio. And we would know that based on this quarter, September, October to December, when the moratorium people start paying, whether this would be enough or some marginal addition would be. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Now, the next person. Devi Kumar. Kirtisha.
Sir, Mr. Kirtisha has not joined the meeting.
Yeah. Now, Srikanth Java. Mr. Srikanth Java.
Mr. Srikanth has also not joined the meeting.
Next is Mr. Hemant Kandelwal.
Still, sir, he has also not joined the meeting.
Okay. Next is Vikas Mudumbi Kasturi.
Yes, I am unmuting him. Just a moment.
Okay.
Mr. Vikas?
Good morning. Yeah.
Yes.
So good morning, sir. So I would like to. Good morning, sir. So I would like to start with a small request. So for retail shareholders who have been with the company for a time, if you could please allow us also to participate in the quarterly conference call. Only the analysts of top brokerage firms are allowed. I would request you all to sort of treat us also on par. We can also ask equally good questions, sir.
Yeah.
Second question I have is, sir, the gold loan process is pretty much standardized at all gold loan NBFCs. There are branches of Manappuram, Muthoot Finance, Muthoot FinCorp, and others. So how does a borrower choose one NBFC over others? Then I have two questions for Ashirwad. Sir, one is, how do we ensure that the loans being taken are for income enhancement and not for lifestyle purposes? And the fourth question I have is, at Ashirwad, do we follow a joint lending group model? That's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay. The gold loan option. Yeah, the most important is the customer experience. What we consider as our USP is the digital gold loan today, where the customer get the facility of free safe custody and always seek liquidity with him, actually paying for it. That's our online gold loan or digital gold loan. The customer can withdraw or service the loan through his bank account from anywhere in the world. So now it's over 62% of our entire gold loan book is online gold loan. It is growing and people are finding it easy to handle. So our endeavor is to give the customer experience. Similarly, each of the company may have their own USP. This is our USP apart from good customer service. Now moving to the questions about Ashirvad. Mr. Rajan.
Yeah. We are 100% JLG model. We don't lend SHG at all. Completely JLG since the beginning. On the whether the loan goes for lifestyle or business, our philosophy is very simple. We want to the borrower should have a revenue generating business. So that is checked first. It's a 100% verification. It is not. It is 100% verified by our area manager, not the branch manager or the FDO who gives the loan. The area manager was one level above. And once the loan is given within 30 days, again we check through our internal audit whether the end use is being maintained. So through this, we make sure that it is not for any livelihood or consumption purposes, and it's more for business. So that's the process we follow.
Yeah, let's move. Thank you for the question. And shall we move to the next person?
Sanjog Saraf.
Yeah, Mr. Sancho Saraf.
Yes. Just a minute. Hello,
Mr. Sancho. Yeah.
Mr. Santosh, you can present yourself.
मनोज जी मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आपकी आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है। सर हिंदी में बोल सकता हूँ या अंग्रेजी में बोलूँ?
अंग्रेजी।
Okay. I try my best. If any mistake, you will go there. Respected Chairman and Board of Directors and my fellow shareholder, I am joint holder in the Sanjog Saraf. My name is Manoj Kumar V.R, Kolkata. I am joint holder. The Sanjog Saraf is my son, sir. Okay. So, sir,
Okay.
Sir, due to COVID pandemic, I able to join this meeting, sir. Otherwise, we have no chance to join meeting from Kolkata. Hey, so I request in the future when you held the physical meeting in hey, so please give me 15 minutes or 20-minute time for video conference meeting. Some people, the Mr. Ravindra Reddy joined from Bhilwara. Some people joined from Hyderabad, and I am from Kolkata, sir. It is only possible due to video conference meeting, sir. So next time you can put 15-minute time for video conference meeting, sir. Sir, first of all, thank to Board of Directors for giving the 41.50% women employees in the employment. This is great, sir. A near about 50% employment gave to women employees, sir. I thanks to board for this, sir. Also thanks to board for sir very utilize of CSR fund allocation for good improvement of various type of social people, sir. Next, sir, I thank to management. The all four subsidies are in the profit. None segregated subsidy is the low. This is great achievement because every subsidy is profit. It is when minimum I attend that this is my 93rd meeting today, which are speaking. So I never see the all meetings. This is a thankful one. Our great management, sir. And sir, next, sir, 1 minute, sir, 2 minutes, sir. I get a chance for in the I never get chance in the future, sir. So 2 minutes give me time, sir. Sir, what is the step taken by the board management up to effect of the COVID, to tackle the COVID effect on our company income. COVID-19 pandemic effect on our income. Next, sir, you tell me if many cases of theft and decor happen in the India. So how you ensure? If who will ensure our branches, or because daily gold is coming, daily gold is outing. So how you manage this and ensure that, because without insurance, those will happen, sir. Next, sir, I want to know how much aggregate number of the shareholder unclaimed shares and unclaimed suspense accounts, sir. Please give me aggregate number of shareholders and aggregate number of shares, sir. Sir, have you contributed any amount to PM Scare Fund, sir? 1 minute, sir. Manoj ji, 1 minute, sir. I request you. Have you given any fund in the PM Scare Fund, sir? Have you given any electoral bank to any political party? Yes. So what is the amount, sir? And sir, today, how many shareholders log in this video conference meeting? Total at the end of meeting, sir. And next, sir, last, but I request you to give me what the expenses last year physical meeting, including annual report, notice, and including director coming from various plus, sir. If possible, then get the figure and what is the estimate of the this year meeting, sir. And sir, hope all you are well and hope the next year when you meet again, all are safe. And I wish for all of your good health and good पोजीशन सर। सबको मैं नमस्कार करता हूँ सर। आशा करता हूँ कि भविष्य में जब भी मिलेंगे अपने लोग, सबका स्वास्थ्य तो सब उसी तरह रहेंगे, जो सेफ रहेंगे और मुलाकात होगी। सर फिजिकल मीटिंग के साथ वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग जरूर रखिएगा, ये रिक्वेस्ट है। जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय श्री राम। नमस्कार सर, समय देने के लिए, आपके स्वास्थ्य की कामना करता हूँ। आई विश गुड हेल्थ फॉर ऑल माई एम्प्लॉई, ऑल मैनेजमेंट टीम एंड ऑल माई clients. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Saraf. As you said, every crisis also gives an avenue of opportunities. Few questions I will answer, and the rest I will leave to the company secretary. Regarding the storage facility across 3,600 branches, yes, we have a very strong setup with regard to the storage in every branch. And these are all centrally controlled, electromechanically centrally controlled. If any instance of any threat comes, this central monitor is being alerted. And these are the necessary actions are taken by not only from the central system, but also from the local system. And the second part of the question is, all these are covered by insurance. So the next part is political donations. Yes, during the election, the board decides to give some small donations to political parties, all in the approved manner only. Yeah, we don't have any other political affiliation. The rest of the questions are about pledged shares, the physical meeting expenses. Manoj, do you have any details?
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding this physical meeting, our expense was around 20 lakhs mainly because of annual report printing, dispatching, etc. And we have considerable saving when it comes to virtual meeting, particularly on account of the reduction in printing expenses, holding physical meeting, gift, etc. This total expenses for virtual meeting will be around 2 lakhs only. Then regarding the total number of shareholders, as on date, we have 2,114 shareholders, and 386 persons have joined this virtual meeting. Over to MD and CEO.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Saraf. Yeah, we'll next move on to Mr. Sivarama Shetty.
Hello.
Mr. Sivarama Shetty.
Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, sure. Very clear.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, I'm Shivram Shetty, shareholder of the company from Mumbai. First of
Yeah.
all, sir, I compliment to the management for the excellent performance for the year 2019-20, with the asset under management increasing by about 30%, PAT also at 1,400 crores, ROE 28.16%, ROA at 5.9%. Average LTV is 59%, which is really good from the safety and security point of view. I have full confidence in the management that in the coming days we will be registering much more progress in this direction. I have few observations and some queries, sir. Our gross NPA went up by more than double in the year 2019-20, at rupees 167.
So some disturbance in the audio.
Hello.
Yeah. Now it is clear.
Sir. Net NPA also increased to 109.2 crores from as compared to 48.1 crores. What is the reason for such increase in NPA, sir? What is the NPA criteria? Because banks are following 90 days default days. Loans
Some disruption in the line, Mr. Shetty. Yeah.
Beginning.
Mr. Shetty, are you? Yeah.
And thing is recently RBI. In such scenario, whether we will have, it will have any impact on our gold loan growth, sir? What are the measures, checks and balances adopted at branch?
Yeah, so major portion of your questions are not heard because of the system trouble. The audio was not clear. Yeah.
Hello.
Major portion.
Hello.
Yeah, now it is clear, but off and down, disruptions come.
Okay. Sir, what are the measures, checks and balances adopted at branches to prevent any pledge of spurious gold ornaments?
Yeah. So, this last portion I heard, I will try to answer. Yeah.
Sir, if you permit me, I have two small queries.
Yeah.
Sir, out of 4,622 branches, whether all branches are viable, what is the system of evaluating viability of branches? And my last point is, sir, when we compare to the Muthoot Finance, because we always compare to the best or the good, we have most of the parameters are comparable, like profit margin, net profit, price earning, ROE, branch network, staff, etc. Are comparable. But when we compare the price, our share price is hardly 15% of Muthoot Finance, sir. I would like to know what may be the reason for this. Okay, sir. Thank you. Only this much I have, sir. I don't know whether some points are clear to you or not. I am not sure.
Yeah. So we will start with few questions. All your questions are not heard. One what I heard is about the branch viability and profitability. Yes, out of our 4,600 plus branches, 1,000 plus branches are belonging to Ashirwad Microfinance. So all the branches of Ashirwad are viable except the recently opened branches. So normally a branch achieves the break-even in Ashirwad in a matter of less than 1 year. So about gold loan, if you take, we have 3,500 plus branches, and almost 90% plus branches are viable. The other branches are mostly opened during the last 1 year. The break-even period for the branch in gold loan is around 1.5 years. So, if any branch is not viable, what we used to do, we used to merge with the nearest branch. I'm happy to say that during the past 3 years, there have not been any mergers. So all the branches on achieving the seasoning of 1.5 years, they become viable. So this is the thing. Second part is how do we manage spurious gold? The strength of Manappuram is we have 20,000 plus very well trained, highly trained gold appraisers. So our loss on account of spurious gold in our history has not crossed the line of 0.1% in our life. So about the other things like NPA criteria and all these, the CFO Bindu will answer.
With regard to NPA, we were able to maintain a stable NPA percentage with regard to gold loan. But as you know, the lockdown in India started from 24th March, and with the collection opportunity for the non-gold businesses, especially our vehicle finance portfolio. The last 10 days of collection was very, very important. There will be a lot of promise. So we missed that collection. Actually, that was the first time we are facing this lockdown. That is the reason mainly the vehicle finance NPA has gone up. Though we can provide moratorium, etc., but we have not considered any special adjustments, and we provided based on as the book it is. That is the reason the NPA percentage has increased, as there are a lot of uncertainties. We thought that we will make a conservative provision, so that is the reason it has gone up. Otherwise, the business NPAs are within that level.
Yeah. Is it okay? Yeah. Are you okay with the answers, Mr. Seti? Mr. Shetty?
Hello.
Yeah. He's unable to be connected.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. You can talk. You can
Hello.
talk, Mr. Shetty.
Yeah, sir. I would like to know the criteria followed for categorizing NPA, sir. Whether it is 90 days default, we are considering NPA accounts, or maybe more number of days we give consider for categorizing NPA accounts.
Yeah. We are providing based under the Ind AS criteria. So we will arrive at the probability of default and what will be the loss given default. Based on that, we are providing. We will do a comparison between the regulatory provision of 90 PD and the Ind AS provision. And the surplus will be transferred to reserve and all that. But as per our working, Ind AS provision is higher compared to the regulatory. So our provision methodology is under Ind AS.
So it is categorized stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So stage 3 mostly will be 90-day DPD. And we will do a comparison between the regulatory provision and Ind AS. So the financials are prepared under Ind AS.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Next, next question is from Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, Mr. Sharaf has left the meeting. Actually, he was there.
Okay. I think yes, so Sanjog Saraf and Santosh Kumar Saraf belong to the same family.
Yes. Maybe.
Okay. With this, the questions are over.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I request the company secretary to propose water tax.
Thank you, MD and CEO. I thank all the shareholders for joining the meeting. Thanks to our board of directors, particularly to Mr. Shailesh sir, who has joined from the US, despite of the time there, which is at late night. Thanks to our statutory auditors, Deloitte, Haskins and Sons LLP, secretarial auditors, KSR and Company, registrars and share transfer agents, SKDC, Limited, scrutinizer, Sadish V, practicing company secretary. The voting results declared along with these scrutinizers' report shall be communicated to the stock exchanges, CDSL and RTA, and will also be displayed on the company's website on or before August 30, 2020. With the consent of all the shareholders, directors, and all present, I would now request Chairman to adjourn the meeting.
Yeah. Having completed the entire agenda, I hereby declare the meeting is closed.
Thank you, Chairman.